Good afternoon from McCowan Field as Carson-Newman women's soccer gets set for its home opener. The Eagles at home for the first time in 2024, just 2 days after opening its season on the road in Columbus, Georgia against number 23 Columbus State. Didn't go the Eagles' way, but just 1 day off before trying to bounce back in its home opener. Eagles have won their last two home openers, including a 5-goal effort, the most it scored all of last year in a game in the home opener last year against North Greenville. Eagles will hope for similar efforts offensively in game number 2 of the season. It'll be game 1, though, against Union. First time ever that Union University and Carson-Newman University will meet at McCowan Field in women's soccer. The Bulldogs began their 2024 season with an impressive 3-1 victory against Harding. Had to come back after giving up an early goal in the 3rd minute, but scored 3 times in Arkansas to take down Harding University and win that game 3-1. First time Union's won a season opener in 4 years, so they are feeling pretty good. And in the midst of a road stretch to begin the year, first 3 for Josh Alford's club are on the road. First time they've started the year with 3 straight road games as well since 2019. Bulldogs will be in the black uniforms, red numbers on the front and back of the uniform in red. Carson-Newman sports its new white uniforms today with blue shorts as well. Can't ask for a better soccer day in early September. Mid-70s, partly cloudy skies as Carson-Newman takes the pitch for game number 1 at home. Eagles will play today at home, obviously, and then Wednesday against King before heading back on the road for a pair of matches to round out non-conference play here in early September before finishing the month with back-to-back home conference games against Coker and Newberry. Eagles will start with possession. Anita Arnadottir is at the center circle at the CN logo. She will touch things into play once we are ready to roll. Carson-Newman only had 3 shots in the game on Thursday. All 3 came in the final 7 minutes. Certainly hoping for better offensive performances and more opportunities in game number 2 of the season. While it was in play, we're underway. Eagles with a very similar starting 11. The only change today is Kendall Garber defensively plays a center back role in place of Irish Miles. The other 10 players on the pitch for Simon Duffy today all started game 1. Berna Kabachi is in her 2nd year. A sophomore now in goal, makes her 2nd start of the year. Iris Palsdottir, Felicia Frick, Anita Arnadottir, Selena Yude, Malia Kim, Annika Fend, Carly Pettit, Savannah Fields, and Elena Corbett, the 11 for the Eagles, as Kabachi will throw it near side to sophomore defender Carly Pettit. Early pressure from the Bulldogs. Eagles with some dangerous passes in the penalty area. Kim knocks it out for Carson-Newman, and Union will possess the ball for the first time. Claire Maxson will throw it in. 3 different goal scorers for the Bulldogs in game 1. All played out again along the far side. Luthia Revuelto had 2 assists, really the only highlight besides Rebecca Jackson, Paige Blackburn, and Madison Woolridge all scoring. It was Revuelto's efforts to help score those goals despite not scoring them herself. Eagles clear it near midfield. So Yude heads it on, and Fields plays it near midfield for Arnadottir. Lots of experience back for Carson-Newman. Only 3 newcomers to the 2024 roster. A lot of familiar faces, especially in the midfield. 3 all-conference caliber midfielders on the field today for Carson-Newman, and a 4th that won't play today in Alba Delgado, who's injured in the early part of the year. Pressure on Jackson forces her to go back to the back line, and now played forward by Erzin. Quality effort by Elena Corbett to give Carson-Newman possession back, but the Eagles turn it over again. Garber steps in front again, pitches it back to the defense. Both teams Trying to settle into this game two for both sides. Corbett with another defensive effort here. The Eagles will maintain possession now and play it back on a ground pass to Berna Kabachi. Allowed 4 goals, did the sophomore keeper, but did make 8 saves on Thursday. Was under a lot of heat from a Cougars squad on Thursday that had 24 shots against Carson-Newman's defense. Eagles really struggled to maintain possession once it defended well. Cross into the middle, gets over the head of both the defender Pettit and the offensive player in the box was Alyssa Goodlow. Neither was able to get their head on it. Kabachi picks it up for CN. Neither side with a shot just over 3 minutes in. Left foot punt from Kabachi. Bounces on the turf. Arnadottir chests it down. Gets it to her feet. Battles for possession. Eagles come away with it. Palsdottir will play it back to her keeper. Corbett unable to keep it in along the far sideline, and the Bulldogs will throw it in with Maxson. Two teams picked close to the top of their respective leagues. Carson-Newman finished tied for 4th in the preseason coaches poll with Anderson. Eagles finished 5th last year, so about right. Eagles took down Anderson, though, in the South Atlantic Conference quarterfinal match. Quality run here. Selena Yudes making a run. Cross into the middle. Finds the feet of Fields, who fires right to the keeper, Kirsten Lavalley, who makes an early save. Quality attack there from Yude, a midfielder that will see increased run forward this season on that dangerous counterattack. Ball at the feet of Tessa Erzin, but she pitches it all the way into the far corner where Corbett will watch it roll out of play. Eagles picked 4th in the league, coming off the program's 12th NCAA appearance. Eagles had their season end at the hands of Lenore Ryan, who knocked Carson-Newman out of the South Atlantic Conference tournament as well. Bears squad that proved to be one of the best in the Southeast region a year ago. Ball played out again. Union will once again throw it in along the far side. Bulldogs, on the other hand, projected for a 5th place finish in the Gulf South preseason coaches poll, received 95 points. Had good separation between them and the 6th spot. Touch toward the top of the box. It's Pettit that clears it toward midfield. A touch from Yude, and ends up with Brooke Ricka, who plays it back to Lavalley. Pressure here. 2 on the defender, Ricka, but she's able to find the near side in Erzin, who pushes forward. All into the far corner. It's Blackburn, who scored on Thursday and is tackled by Corbett, who knocks it out. And our first corner kick comes in the 7th minute. Sophomore forward from Spain, Revuelto, will take the corner kick from the far side. Swinging ball, it bounces off a pair of heads, and it's last touched by the Bulldogs. Eagles defend the corner to earn a goal kick. Pretty good ball in there, well defended by Elena Corbett on Claire Maxson's attempt to try to head that toward goal. Eagles back on the ball with Fend. Nearly a turnover it is, and a shot at Kabachi saved. That was Revuelto in the right spot on Carson-Newman's turnover, but Kabachi makes a quality save on the ground shot from the sophomore midfielder. Early mistake from Carson-Newman. That's how Columbus State scored on Thursday, one of 6 goals for the Cougars. Eagles defended well for that entire first half, but an early goal that was deflected off a Eagles defender allowed CSU to get on the board early and eventually run away in the second half. All played out again. A lot of action on the far side of the field. Union earns another throw. Maxson will throw it in. And it's cleared by Palsdottir. Trying to through ball in. Kabachi tracks it down in the box to dive on it. Just the one shot, or rather 2 shots for Union so far. Eagles have maintained possession a little bit more so far. I've just had the one attack forward. Ude's pass to Fields that was saved. An effort here from Ude. Unable to win the throw, though. It's Bulldogs throw in near side for Goring. Good interception by Frick. She's taken down. Eagles will play the advantage, but give it back. All the newcomers back for Simon Duffy's team, 20 in total. Certainly have plenty of all-conference caliber players amongst that group. 5 preseason all-conference picks. Felicia Frick was a second-team all-conference player last year. Earned that mark in the preseason. 4 others were third-team preseason picks, 2 of which aren't on the field right now. Krista Nielsen, Alba Delgado not on the pitch to start this one. Selena Ude and Anita Arnadottir, the other 2, thought to be in the mix for all conference here in 2024. Arnadottir heads it to Frick, tried to give it back, and it was behind the junior forward, and the Bulldogs have it. Pushing back forward, gets behind the defense, but too much on it with Rebecca Jackson running on. It was Kabachi to get there first. 10 minutes in, scoreless in this home opener for Carson-Newman women's soccer in the first all-time meeting with the Union Bulldogs out of Jackson, Tennessee. Header from Ude on the punt from Kabachi. She wins the second header as well. Pettit sprinting on, but it's cleared away and out of bounds along the near side by Bethany Guinness. Find out if Carson-Newman can keep some possession in its attacking half. Frick battles. Short pass off for Malia Kim. Ball far side behind Fenn. She's able to touch it along the far side. Fenn, rounder defender initially, having to work hard to create space. Now a second defender comes and it's played out. And looking for options. Fields flicks it over her head. Left foot pass to Frick from the top of the box. Just over the top of the crossbar. Quality creativity that time from Savannah Fields. Flicked it over her head to eventually find Frick at the top of the box. The junior midfielder's shot just over top of the crossbar. Too high for Lavely, the keeper, to get a hand on it. Kim heads it out. Bulldogs will throw it in far side. Each team with a couple of shots now. Early in this game, Eagles a shot away from matching its total on Thursday. Revuelto wins possession, played it forward with Goodlow sprinting after it. Was unable to get to it though, and Carson-Newman's back on the ball. Fields turns. One of the captains for Carson-Newman has it taken away. Go ring a ground pass into the middle. Pettit battling, won the ball, but committed a foul. First foul in this one. And Union will have a free kick just shy of the South Atlantic Conference logo. Amelia Goring will take the free kick. Ball that hooks toward the left side of the box. Flicked in now. Corbett was there for Carson-Newman, and Fields clears. Ball back into the box, and Kabachi's able to catch it on the fly from the defender, Maxon, who sent it on. Simon Duffy enters year number 8, coaching the Carson-Newman women's soccer program at home in his career. 42-13-6. His Eagles have been fantastic at home under his watch. They've outscored opponents 143-64 as well during his 7 years, entering year 8. Uda ground pass into the middle. This is Savannah Fields, who plays it on for the near side Pettit. Left-footed cross toward the top of the box. Ude got a head on it, and the Bulldogs cleared away. Good activity from Garber to win the ball away from Blackburn. Her pass was intercepted and taken away. Bulldogs back the other direction. It's Goring. Round 1 defender. Corbett gonna try to escort this to Kabachi and do so. Took a hit from Rebecca Jackson, and Corbett's limping there near Kabachi after that. Maybe shove from Jackson trying to go after that ball. Kabachi checking on her defender, seems to be okay. Yeah, visible push that time from Jackson. Eagles win the punt from Kabachi, but flick it back into no man's land. It's Erzin there for the Bulldogs. Just over 15 minutes in, Union and Carson-Newman battling in Game 2 of the 2024 season. Uda crossed midfield, back to Fields, who's been very active in the midfield early on. Good pass to Arnadonner, leaves it off for Frick. Felicia Frick trying to find Ude, gets the ball back on a ricochet and launches high over top of goal. Eagles have now more shots in the first 15-plus minutes than it did all of Game 1, up to 4. Bulldogs went 8-9-1 last year. An impressive effort, won 7 conference games in the Gulf South. Most overall wins, 8, that the program has had in more than 11 years. Josh Alford's done an excellent job turning this program around, trying to carry early season success into today's match. This is a team that lost, it actually did not win a game in 2019 or 2021. Quality year last year and hoping for much more this year. Good cross in right there, though, is the keeper, Lavely. And she'll punt it away in the bright red uniform. Good ball one. And this ball is played on for Blackburn. Blackburn into the box against Kabachi and misses her spot wide right. Maybe rushed it a little bit with 2 white jerseys trailing the play. Blackburn misses the target on a breakaway. Kabachi took away that near side. It's going to force the forward Blackburn to go left, but she went right and missed well right. Eagles turn it back over again in the defensive third. Quality move from Guinness to keep it. Ball ricochets off a couple of defenders, still loose. Pettit will knock it out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will throw it in. Revuelto. Collision at the top of the box. It was Corbett in the air against Maxson. And Kabachi picks it up for CN, who's been put under some pressure here by the Bulldogs, who have been very aggressive, not allowing Carson-Newman to pass it around in its defensive third. Here early on, Eagles have turned it over a couple of times, have not conceded, though, despite a couple of mistakes. Good header on. It's Jackson heading it into the box now. Goldring is there. She's knocked down. Will play on. Bulldogs still have it. Shot from outside the box, wide left. That was off the foot of Claire Maxson. Fourth shot from Union in this first half. Another one wide of goal, though. We stay scoreless here in Carson-Newman's home opener. Corbett, a line drive ball near midfield, intercepted and controlled by Guinness. Revuelto back to dump it off for Goring, who knocks it out of bounds. Mentioned Carson-Newman's impressive record under Simon Duffy at home. Overall, 42, 13, and 6. Corbett has it, and we'll play it back for Kabachi, who clears it far side. 42 wins in 7 years at home, an average of 6. Eagles did struggle a little bit last year, though, here at McCowan Field. 4, 5, and 1. But was able to win 2 of its final 3 games last year here at home, including one against Tusculum that saw a lot of these same faces come back from a 2-0 deficit to win 3-2. Scored 3 goals in about 20 minutes against Tusculum to win that game, secure that 5th seed. Ball into the box. It bounces. Kabachi will pick it up. Dangerous there as no Bulldog was able to get ahead on that initial ball before it bounced. On the flip side, Union on the road has won just 4 games since 2022. That's counting Thursday's win as well against Harding. So prior to this season, it's the Bulldog squad that has only won 3 road games in 2 years, the past 2 years, but secured one to open up the year. Trying to secure a second to continue on in this early road stretch to begin the year. Oh, out of bounds. And Carson-Newman will throw it in as we approach the halfway point of the first half. Andrew Rogers, glad you're with us here on the Eagles Sports Network. On this Saturday afternoon, beautiful weather here in Jefferson City as Carson-Newman women's soccer opens up its home slate, battling Union for the first time ever. Throw in for Pettit and the Eagles. Quickly throws it in, gets the ball back. Ground pass to Kim near the midline. She'll flip the field to Corbett. Fenn wins the ball back for CN, and Corbett deposits this one across midfield and out of bounds. Just the 1 day off for Carson-Newman, very similar to last year. Eagles opened up on a Thursday and then played 2 days later. So I've got an injured Union player along the far side of the field. We'll have our first stoppage of the clock with 22:43 to play in the opening half. Both teams are going to use this stoppage as a water break, as Josh Alford and his coaching staff out to check on the injured Bulldog. I think it's Paige Blackburn, and it is. Stepped awkwardly as Fenn delivered that pass to Corbett. Maybe an ankle as Blackburn went to plant. Try to defend that pass from Annika Fend. Blackburn scored on Thursday, one of 3 goal scorers. Certainly was a key part of their success in the season opener. It's a Union team that has a lot back from last year. Madison Woolridge was the team's top goal scorer. Not in the starting lineup today, but scored 6 times last year. Luthia Revuelto scored 3 times last year. Rebecca Jackson scored twice. Bethany Guinness scored twice, all back from last year's squad that went 8-9-1. Certainly high expectations once again for Josh Alford's group, as Blackburn will be helped to the opposite side of the pitch, putting minimal weight on that left foot. Mentioned Madison Woolridge. She scored on Thursday, top goal scorer returning for this team. Not in the starting lineup, though. We'll see maybe if she's the one that enters the game for Josh Alford. And it will be Madison Woolridge to enter. So not a bad replacement. To be able to go to Woolridge off the bench. Scored 6 times last year in her sophomore season out of Tampa, Florida. Union will have a throw in along the far sideline just behind midfield with 22:43 to go once our lead official Harold Billings whistles play to begin again. I think Josh Alford's yelling to his team to back off, throw it back to Carson-Newman. The Eagles will just play it back, and that's how we'll restart. Corbett knocked it forward. I don't know if she intended to knock it out of bounds with the injury, but Josh Alford either way. Good sign of sportsmanship. Gives it back to Carson-Newman, who's under some pressure here in the penalty box. Forces a cleared ball. Arna Daughter, left foot ground pass to Annika Fend. Fend boots one forward. Fields won the header. Nobody really there. It's Goodlow to escort it to Lavalley, the keeper. Right-footed punt from the sophomore keeper. Woolridge, double team, tried to back flick it, wins it back, knocks it off Palsdottir, and it's sent back toward Union's defensive half. Scoreless opening half. Both teams have 4 shots. Both teams have a shot on goal. Both teams have seen their keepers make saves on those shots. Garber pitches it back forward. Arna Daughter a touch. The junior forward, left foot to Yude. Yude runs into Erzin to win the ball. Gets cut off, though. Erzin back to win it and clear it out of bounds. Carson-Newman's going to make 2 changes. Molly Buckowitz into the game for the first time, as well as Irish Miles. Kendall Garber will exit, and Anita Arnadottir out as well. And Union makes 2 changes as well. Sophia Walsh in, Rachel Shane in. Both teams Use the opportunity here after the water break to make a couple of changes. Miles for Carson-Newman started on Thursday. Fields back to Miles. The UTSA transfer looks. Knocks one into the box. Buckowitz is there. Gets behind her. Open goal. It's loose and knocked in. Carly Pettit, for the second straight year, scores in the home opener, and Carson-Newman's on the board. Lavalley made a mistake. She came out, didn't secure it. It was loose, and Pettit made her pay for it, and the Eagles are on the board in the 26th minute. Miles the cross in. It got past Buckowitz. Pettit in the right spot from the ground. Knocks it in. Second career goal for the sophomore, and it's 1-0. Those were the two subs as well that made some meaningful efforts there. It was Miles' cross. It was Buckowitz that kind of served as a roadblock for Lavalley, who couldn't get to the ball. Now a chance quickly for the Bulldogs. This ball's knocked around in the box, still loose. Comes up and touches the hand of one of the Bulldog attackers. And the Eagles will have a free kick. It was the substitute Rachel Shane who had it come up and touch her hand there in the box. Pettit scored last year in the home opener against North Greenville in the 82nd minute with Carson-Newman up by 1. Her goal helped the Eagles win. It turned out to be the game winner as well because North Greenville scored later in the match. What was a 5-3 win. Now Pettit scores the first here in 2024's season opener. Or home opener, rather. Bulldogs free kick just along the sideline. With just under 19 minutes to play in the opening half, now trailing by a goal. Knocked toward the top of the box. Woolridge was there, but Pettit there to clear back toward midfield. Yude takes it away. A steal off of Erzin. Now stops, waiting for her teammates to catch up, and pitches it back for Fields. Fields to Frick. Frick. Go near side for the goal scorer, Pettit. Wonderful ball. Fields gives it back to Pettit. Couldn't track it down. Well defended by the Bulldogs there near the box. Palsdottir splits two to keep CN on the ball. Fend under light pressure works forward. Ground pass into the middle. It's Buckowitz. The graduate student knocks it far side with Yude chasing. She keeps it in. Excellent effort. Touch off for Miles. Miles around one defender trying to work toward the top of the box. Pass was deflected and taken away, but she wins it back. Patient is Miles. Eagles with good passing and right on cue. It's a turnover, though. First career assist for Irish Miles on Pettit's goal. Miles played in 12 games last year. Did not record any shots or points a year ago, though. Lavalley comes out to secure it. Ball bounces over several heads and ends up out of bounds across midfield. Woolridge overran it. Two CN players did as well, and it's beneficial for the Eagles, who will now throw it in. Fields at midfield. Reverses it for Powell's daughter, the sophomore defender. Goes near side for fellow sophomore defender Pettit. Pettit tries to reverse it. Not enough steam on it. It was headed forward by Erzin. Felt like Union maybe won the first 20 minutes or so up until that water break. But Carson-Newman's had a little bit more juice and possession, and it's attacking third here as of late. So the Bulldogs lose it out of bounds in the far corner for a goal kick. And we'll have three more subs for Union. Jocelyn Green, Lily Ludwig, and Ebeda Tulio into the game for the first time. With 15 and a half to go in this home opener for Carson-Newman women's soccer. The Eagles on the board. 25th minute goal from Carly Pettit. Second straight year she scores in the home opener. Second career goal as well for the sophomore defender out of Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Eagles knock it out of bounds and into the bleachers. Quality crowd on hand as well for Saturday afternoon soccer. The football team has a bye week this week. Eagles, the only team playing at home this weekend. Carson-Newman volleyball secured win number 2 of the young season earlier this afternoon against Union. Eagles will finish the weekend 2-1 in 3 matches, 3 really close matches overall as well. 2 5-set matches yesterday. Kat Collins' team was able to win one of them despite going down to the wire, and the other one against number 6 Missouri St. Louis. Carson-Newman men's soccer is back in action on Sunday, tomorrow evening against Young Harris, following that 2-2 draw with Trevecca Nazarene on Thursday. Eagles win possession back with a throw, and will make some changes. Alicia Teske and Krista Nielsen in. Malia Kim and Selena Yude will exit with 13:45 and counting. Nielsen scored twice. First action we will see from her in this home opener, and she goes right to work, touching the throw in from Pettit. Nielsen was big, scoring 3 times as a freshman. Third goal came in the SAC quarterfinals to help start a comeback against Anderson on November 4th a year ago. Started 11 games as well. Played a lot up front in her first year with Simon Duffy's squad. Corbett, ground pass right to the Bulldogs. Played on. Woolridge, top of the box. Cut off. Annika Fend right there with Woolridge nearing the top of the box to clear it. And now a ball on for Nielsen. Krista Nielsen with 2 black jerseys in front of her with her right foot. Ground pass to a streaking Buckowitz. Buckowitz, top of the box. Saved. Well done. Diving left. Kirsten Lavely saves Buckowitz's shot on target. Not an easy save with a streaking player in Buckowitz moving forward. Well done, though, to save that shot and keep this a 1-goal deficit for the Bulldogs. Eagles pressing hard in the defensive half, making the Bulldogs work and force this ball to go back toward midfield and out of bounds. Goring was under pressure, had to pitch it forward. Knocked it out. Nielsen. Buckowitz collides. Will play on. 2 players hit the deck, still tangled up. Herzin working forward around Teske. Corbett won the header and is fouled. Lena Corbett's been through the ringer here early on in this first half. Hits the deck once more. after winning that header. First foul on Union, and what's been a pretty clean half of soccer both ways. 3 total fouls, and that being the first on Union. Erzin knocks it out of bounds. Headed on by Dan Coles from the Carson-Newman men's soccer team. Miles will throw it in along the far side. Knocked back out of bounds. Union takes a quick throw. And headed out again by Miles. Mentioned all the returning players for Carson-Newman. Several entering their 5th seasons with the Eagles. Molly Buckowitz, Noelle Kreiser, Cameron Giles, Savannah Fields, all in their 5th years. Giles being the only one that hasn't played for Carson-Newman in that whole span, transferring in from Chattanooga. The other 3, though, have been here for several years. Buckowitz wins it, moving forward. The senior ran past the ball. And it's taken away, secured by Ludwig. Touched by Shane, boots it forward. Woolridge making a run. Both players struggle to find it. Woolridge does, but too heavy of a touch, and Kabachi dives on it with 9.5 to play in the opening half. 1-0 Eagles. First goal of 2024 from Carly Pettit in the 25th minute. As the Eagles ahead 1-0 at the break, or nearing the break. This ball is going to bounce once before touchdown by Nielsen. Nearly a turnover, but Nielsen wins it back. She's got numbers forward, tried to find Miles. A well-defended play by Erzin, and Nielsen is shaken up on that collision. I think it was Jocelyn Green from behind that collided with Nielsen. Was a foul called? Get another look here. Excellent effort from Nielsen to win that ball back. And after she knocked it forward, yep, Green runs her over. Or runs into her, rather. I don't think there was intent to barrel into Nielsen. No foul was called. We'll play on. Possession for the Bulldogs. Shane touches it down. Ball is bouncing around near the top of the box. Flicked in. Bounces once right to Kabachi. That was off the foot of Rivers Abshir. Late whistle as Nielsen hits the deck again. To earn Carson-Newman a free kick near midfield, trying to press forward a little bit. Here in the final moments of half number 1. High boot from Kabachi that time. As Corbett lines up this free kick. Right-footed swing into the box. Bounces once. Nielsen's there. Bottom left corner. How about that? A free kick goal. Corbett to Nielsen. It's 2-0. 4th career goal for the sophomore. And a beautiful ball from Elena Corbett. Perfectly timed run from Nielsen to stay onside on this ball from Corbett. Saw it bounce once, touched it down, and knocked it past Lavalley in the bottom left corner. And CN is up 2-0 with 7 minutes to play in the first half. Sophie Walsh restarts things for Union, who trailed 1-0 in its opener, came back to score 3 more against Harding, but now is in a 2-goal hole here late in half one. Woolridge around 2. Touch was heavy, and Corbett knocks it forward. Corbett wins another header. Frick touches it down. Nobody there for Carson-Newman as this ball is going to venture out of bounds across the far sideline with 6.5 minutes to play in the first half. All played toward the top of the box. Heavy touch from Palsdottir. It was deflected off Abshir and cleared away by Carson-Newman. Eagles defending here after the restart and the second goal. Abshir, the substitute, heads it toward the top of the box, and Palsdottir hits it high into the air. Nielsen stays active. Excellent ball to Teskey, who's got room. Eagles have numbers. 4 streaking forward. This is played off for Bukowitz. Molly Bukowitz just outside the box, near side, crosses it in. Clear to the top of the box. It's loose and now knocked away. Abshir up with it. Palsdottir wins the ball back for Carson-Newman. 5.5 to play. First half. Palsdottir. Fields. Giles. Backtracking. Goes middle. Textbook passing right now from CN. Still on the ball. It's Fend. And now Giles, who's back into a midfield role. Giles into the middle. It's the graduate student Bukowitz looking into Frick. Union chasing the ball right now. CN has had it for the last minute. Miles now. Everybody's got a touch during this sequence. Bukowitz steps forward, fires from distance. It was deflected and easily controlled by Lavalley. Giles back on the ball. Pressured, looks, plays it back for Corbett, who knocks it across midfield. Teskey. Bad pass. It goes behind her intended target, Nielsen. And Union will throw it in, trying to work back in its attacking half with less than 4 minutes to play in our first half. Corbett wisely gets or tries to escort it out, but Woolridge knocked her over in a foul. Dangerous ball cleared by Kabachi. Miles wins it and plays it back for Fend. CN a 2-0 lead. Pettit and Nielsen, 2 sophomores, score for the first time in 2024 to put Simon Duffy's crew up in this first half. Possession in the midfield for Green. Now to Abshir. Dancing on Giles. Crosses it in. Corbett was there. Not the best of clearances. It goes out of bounds for a corner. Just the second of this opening half. Both will be taken by the Bulldogs. Winding down this first half. It'll be a near-sided corner for Rivers Abshir. Bulldogs are going to send all but 3 black jerseys in there for the corner. Short corner. Knocked out of there. Bukowitz tracks it down to control. Teskey pressured. And it goes off Union. Woolridge. Giles knocks it into no man's land. Nobody over there. First one there for Union was Detello, but she has it taken away. Minute 20. Giles near side. Eagles trying to just get to the half with this 2-0 lead. Pitch a first half shutout. Fields heads it. Giles works forward across midfield. Graduate student grounds a pass near side. Buckowitz into the middle. Pass was deflected, ends up with Giles. Buckowitz around her defender. Stops, tries to cross it in. It's going to be knocked out. 45 seconds and counting. Giles will throw it in. Eagles nearing the box here in the final moments of half number 1. Giles, pass behind Fields. It'll be Powell's daughter to come get it. Under 30 seconds to go. Fields into the middle. Alicia Teskey tried to turn. And it taken away and cleared by Erzin. 15 seconds. Giles to Teskey, back to Giles. Powell's daughter into the middle. Buckowitz a touch too heavy. And that's how the first half wraps up. A quality half of soccer for Simon Duffy's squad in the home opener. In the first 45, goals from Carly Pettit in the 25th minute and a goal from Krista Nielsen 13 minutes later on assists from Irish Miles and Elena Corbett have Carson-Newman in control after the first 45. Eagles have their first goals of the year and lead the Bulldogs 2-0. It's halftime here at McCowan Field. We'll talk to you in 15 minutes here on the Eagles Sports Network. Carson-Newman leads 2-0. It's halftime at McCowan Field at Wayne and Beth Harvey Stadium. The Eagles competing in their home opener, having early success. 2 first-half goals. Carly Pettit, right place, right time from the ground. Knocks it home for the second straight year. She scored in the home opener. Her second career goal as well. That got the scoring started for CN before a perfect free kick from Elena Corbett to a streaking Krista Nielsen, who knocked it in the bottom left corner in the 38th minute to cap a quality first half of soccer for Simon Duffy's team. It's 2-0 as the Eagles and the Bulldogs get ready to take the pitch in the second half. It's been a quality week, opening week, for South Atlantic Conference women's soccer. The Eagles actually entered the weekend one of just 2 teams that has not secured a victory yet in the season. Eagles 45 minutes away, though, from securing win number 1 of the year. Catawba was second in the league last year, picked to win the league this year, and secured a top 15 win over Embry-Riddle on Friday night to get its first win of the season. Lincoln Memorial earlier today took down Southern Wesleyan 1-0. Anderson took down Emmanuel 2-0. So quality efforts from LMU and Anderson today. Coker and Bluefield State will play later tonight. Just 4 games to be played, with 6 more tomorrow to cap the opening week in the South Atlantic Conference on the women's side. Eagles back on the ball. Similar lineup that was out there to end the first half is out there to start the second. The Eagles right to work. It's Selena Yude sprinting forward. Won't be able to get to that ball first. It was instead tracked down by Brooke Ricka and knocked out of bounds. Throw in for the Eagles. Pettit operating along the far side of the field. Ball gets into the box, and it's Lovely able there to dive on top of the ball. 60 seconds into half number 2. 4 shots for Union in the opening half. A lot came in the first part of the opening half. Just 1 on frame. Kabachi made the save. CN had 4 shots on goal. 8 total shots. Bulldogs have possession. Revtulo behind the defense. It's played in around the keeper. The shot into the back of the net. It's 2-1. Rebecca Jackson dribbled around Kabachi and knocks it home just over a minute into the second half. 2-1. Revuelto to Jackson. 3rd assist for Revuelto this year. 2nd goal for Jackson brings the Bulldogs within 1. Perfect ball. And then stellar work from Jackson to get around Kabachi and then knock it into the back of the net on what was a tough angled shot. Just like that, the Bulldogs have life. Yude will restart for Carson-Newman at the center circle. Frick will knock it forward as Pettit sprints and sees Goring knock it up into the air across midfield. And played out by Carson-Newman. Under Simon Duffy, Carson-Newman is 31-3 when leading at halftime. Have only lost 1 time in the past 7 years when leading at halftime. 3 ties as well in the 34 occasions that Carson-Newman has had the halftime lead. Bukowitz, near side, crafty turn, dribbling in the corner, stops. Looking for help, turns back toward the end line and dribbled it out. Goal kick for Union coming up. A couple other numbers that have resulted when they go in Carson-Newman's way that have resulted in wins under Simon Duffy. When his team score first, they're 45-4-6. Certainly did that today with the 2 first half goals, but also in scoring multiple goals in a game, when scoring twice or more, Eagles have won 65 times and have never lost. Or rather, have only lost twice, I should say, and have tied 2 other times when scoring 2 goals or more. Ball back to the feet of the keeper, Kirsten Lavallee, who knocks it toward midfield. She made 2 saves in the opening half, allowing 2 goals. Garber sprints up across the midline to find Fields, who battles in the middle with Guinness. And it's the Bulldogs back on the ball. Frick knocks it into the corner. This ball is going to roll, and it's going to have enough steam to get across the end line, and so Union will have a goal kick. Can't ask for a better start if you're Josh Alford, his 3rd year coaching this Union University women's soccer program. Can't make a comeback without scoring a goal. His team's able to do that early in this half, now setting themselves up for the next 41 minutes and counting. Trying to score the equalizer. We'll have plenty of time to do it, getting an early goal in this second half. Ball just across and past the feet of Kim, but she battles back to win possession. Round pass for Buckowitz. Molly goes near side. Too heavy of the pass to Miles, and Union will throw it in. All the flex out of bounds. Bulldogs will throw it in 30 yards farther forward than the original one. Long throw, powerful one, headed on forward. A touch for the goal scorer, Jackson. Ground pass into the middle behind Arias. The Bulldogs hold on with possession. Pettit took it away from Goodlow, but ball went across the sideline. Union still with it. It has controlled this possession, but now it's taken away. Good header by Revuelto, who's got 3 assists on Union's 4 goals here in the first 2 games of the year. Jackson pressing forward on Irish Miles, who's going the wrong direction. And it's out of bounds. Good move by Maxson. Ball into the middle. Arias trying to split 2 defenders with the pass, and it's cleared away. Miles under more pressure. Near side, 2 black jerseys near, and she just has to knock it out of bounds. Just over 6 minutes in, Union's already come within a goal and threatening for a second early in this second half. Fenn will clear it back toward midfield. Keep CN away from pressure for the time being. Yude steps in front. Arias has it taken away. Forward to Buckowitz. Had pass given way. Guinness. Played forward to the feet of Jackson. Heavy touch, though, and it's Annika Fenn there to steal it away. Neither side able to keep possession for longer than 5 to 10 seconds. See if the Eagles can calm things down here in the defensive half. Are able to do so here for the time being. Get Kabachi involved with the passing defensively. Palsdottir turns, reverses field to Pettit. Good give and go. Yude has to intercept. She's tripped, taken down. And Harold Billings blows his whistle for a foul. Just the 4th foul on Union, 6th total in the game. Eagles take a quick free kick. Palsdottir under some heat. Certainly Union has continued that aggressive nature, pressing forward. Dangerous ball. Kabachi 10 yards outside the box. Knocks it forward. Saw this a lot in the opening half. Felt like the Bulldogs started the first half really strong, aggressive, pressing forward, creating opportunities, as they have done here in the second half, the start of it as well. Why not if Carson-Newman can get into a rhythm offensively and calm some things down and limit the Union's opportunities. Ball goes across the end line. It's a goal kick coming for the Bulldogs. Lovely. Taking her time with the goal kick and boots it forward. Foul on CN. Miles with the push, trying to win the header against Maxson. Free kick just shy of midfield from one of the captains of this Union squad, from Tessa Erzin. Revuelto, certainly a threat when she's on the ball. Bukowitz dribbles for CN near side. Continues to dribble around and now goes far side with Fields sprinting into space. Fields hustling. She wins possession, crosses it in, and it's booted out of the box defensively. Palsdottir tries to flick it back in. Kim. Miles goes middle for Frick. Best possession sequence that Carson-Newman has had in this second half. Dribbling right now just across midfield. Monica Fend, right foot flick into the box. Too much on it. Lavalley, the keeper, to her left to secure it. Eagles had a 60-40 possession total in that opening half. A lot of the possession for both teams was right around midfield. Revuelto back on the ball. She's been active early in this second half, making things happen for the Bulldogs. Has the assist on Jackson's goal. All played in. Palsdottir clears. Yude flicks it around a defender. Now dribbles across midfield with two black jerseys chasing her. She's knocked down and a foul. Foul on Guinness, and Yude will earn Carson-Newman a free kick. As we approach 12 minutes into this second half, it'll be all-conference midfielder Felicia Frick to line up this free kick. Eagles lining up, anticipating this cross from the junior midfielder. Left foot flick in, it's headed, near side post and cleared. I think it was Yude that got her head on it initially. Garber wins possession back to Miles. Miles, in her second year with CN, had an assist on the Nielsen, or rather the Pettit goal in the first half, earning more time to start half number 2. Palsdottir approaches midfield. Both teams with just one shot in this second half. Bulldogs made the most of it with Rebecca Jackson's goal. Powell's daughter into the middle. Ude turns, has space. Knocks it forward. Nobody running onto it. And it's the keeper to punt it away. Bounces once. Garber lost the header. Shane was the one that got a head on it for the Bulldogs, but Frick has it for CN moving forward. Ude back to Frick, trying to sprint after it in the far corner. Frick's the first one there, and it's knocked off of her. Well defended there along the far side. That was Brooke Ricka to knock it off Frick, who was trying to turn the corner nearing the end line. Union's going to make two changes here early in the second half. Sophie Walsh and the team's top goal scorer from 2023, Madison Woolridge, return. Both played in the first half, came off the bench for Josh Alford's team. Fields to Kim. Buckowitz, the touch, and goes near side to a streaking Miles with space. Miles has to stop. Defended by Erzin. Fend. Around one defender. Ground pass into the box. It goes underneath the leg of both Ricka and Ude and finds the keeper. So the right ball in there to Ude, but neither the defender or the attacker were able to do anything with it. Bulldogs possess it in the midfield. Go ring. Knocks one on. It's Garber to head it away with Woolridge in the area. Over two defenders' head. Woolridge turns. Matched up with Fend. Still battling. And Miles, with her left foot, knocks it toward Carson-Newman's bench. Just over 15 minutes into this second half. Carson-Newman scored two first-half goals before seeing Union score in the second minute of this second half on a beautiful ball from Luthia to Rebecca Jackson. Jackson's second goal of the year, Rev Welto's third assist. As Simon Duffy will make his first two changes of half number two, Anita Arnadottir and Krista Nielsen into the match. Contact from Ude, commits the foul. Free kick for the Bulldogs. Right-footed boot from the center back, Ricka. Eagles possess off the restart. Fields near side. Kim. Now booted to Arnadottir. Can she keep it in? She is unable to do so. It's knocked off her feet and out of bounds. Quick throw taken, but the official blows it dead. Arnadottir was too far forward on the throw in. They'll make her throw it a couple of yards farther back. Fend. Ricka gets her head on it. And Union controls in the defensive half. Woolridge lets it bounce, battling with Fend. Woolridge hit the deck. No call, will play on. Advantage played for Arias and the Bulldogs who give it back. CN wanted a foul, got it as Arnadonner was pushed to the back by Ricka. Free kick upcoming just across the center circle, or just across midfield for Carson-Newman, who leads 2-1. Trying to win its third consecutive home opener. Done so the last 2 seasons. Hoping to do the same here in 2024. Frick the free kick. Arnadonner a touch, and it's knocked away. Nielsen. Back to Powell's daughter, and it was knocked away. Nielsen. Knocked down, and a foul. Foul committed by Bethany Guinness with 26 minutes to go in the second half. Nielsen active there that time to step in front and win possession before getting knocked down. And the Eagles will have another free kick in their attacking half, up by 1 goal, lost, or conceded rather, early in this half, trying to get one back. Here in this second half, Rick hooks it in near a post. It goes out of bounds. It was never touched, and it's a goal kick for Union. More subs, 1 from each squad. Elena Corbett will check back in for Annika Fend. And Lily Ludwig returns. Couple of headers back and forth. Frick ground pass forward for Arnadonner. Yude. Right idea. Can Nielsen get to it? She does. Overran it initially, but tracks it down. Pettit. Yude to Arnadonner. Flag stays down, but Arnadonner can't keep it in play. Simon Duffy pleased with the effort passing there, but it doesn't lead to anything on that sequence. Good ball forward. Running onto it is Alyssa Goodlow. Back into the picture is Pettit, but it's crossed in. Headed by Corbett. Top of the box. A shot. Deflected partially. And it's Kabachi diving to her right to come up with it. It was probably a good thing that it didn't have too much steam on it, as Claire Maxson was the one to send it in near the top of the box. Dangerous counter that time. Eagles able to keep this a 2-1 lead. Nielsen sprinting forward. Hits the deck. Players battling hard right now. Yude to Arnadonner. Knocked off her line. And Goodlow looks and pitches toward midfield. It stays along the sideline in bounds, and Poundsdaughter has it. Corbett. Dangerous here. Yude has it taken away. Good tackle, though, to take it back. Selena Yude around a defender. Into the middle for Nielsen. Heavy touch, though, and it's cleared away defensively by Amelia Goring. CN's had a couple of opportunities here where players have had some space but have been unable to get it close to that box to be able to threaten for a shot. Just the one shot here in half number 2. Fields, top of the box. Arnadonner a touchdown. And we have a whistle and offside. Arnadonner was behind the defense. Free kick upcoming for the Bulldogs. We're halfway through the second half. Union's within a goal. 47th minute score from Rebecca Jackson on Lucia Revuelto's pass through the defense. Across midfield, the ball hits the turf first. Woolridge sees this one go behind her legs, and Carson-Newman flicks it back into its attacking half. Yude sprinting, gets around the defender. Selena Yude approaching the box from distance, wide left. Activity continues to be at a high rate for Selena Yude. Is able to win that ball around Tessa Erzin to come up with that opportunity as the Bulldogs make 2 changes. Rebecca Jackson returns after scoring earlier this half, and Ebba Datello returns as well. Alicia Teske into the game for Carson-Newman as well. So the Eagles make 1 change up front to give Selena Yude a break. Nielsen wins the free kick. Arnadottir turns, ground pass to the substitute Teske. Alicia Teske just outside the box, crosses one in. It goes over top of the goalkeeper, and it's cleared away. Corner kick coming for CN. That was a great ball from Teske, and it bounced after getting over top of the head of the keeper, Lavalley, in the 6-yard box, but nobody was there, and luckily the Bulldogs were able to clear. Can't ask for a better effort here from the junior forward Teske to give CN a chance. Arnadottir was just a little bit far behind it on the cross in. First corner kick of the season for Carson-Newman comes from Felisa Frick. Kim is a short target. Instead, they go into the box. It's a left hooking ball that bounces once. Teske flips, and it's the keeper, Lavalley, to secure it and boot forward. Dangerous ball, a good one from Frick that time. Corbett. All staying in bounds. Erzin trying to escort it out and does not. Arnadottir got a foot on it to knock it off the Union defender, and the Eagles earn a throw-in. Savannah Fields, one of the 2 captains, will throw it in. Foul on CN. Union will have a free kick. "19 minutes to go. Union has 2 shots in the second half. One that came really early, the goal from Rebecca Jackson, but after that quick start offensively, haven't had a lot to show for up front. The Eagles defense has started to play a little bit better, as Ava Rose will make her first appearance into the match. And Union turns to Jocelyn Green, who saw time off the bench in half number 2, or half number 1, rather. So Ava Rose, a freshman, checks in for the first time, played on Thursday. She is a freshman defender from Jackson, Tennessee. Foul on Corbett. Woolridge was the one trying to win the ball and go around Corbett, who committed the foul. And Union will set up a free kick at midfield. Carson-Newman scored off a free kick from midfield in the first half. Going this same direction. What can the Bulldogs do as Erzin lines up a free kick? Ball headed off and away by Garber. Green. Into the box, it bounces once, and Kabachi leaps into the air to secure possession with just under 17 and a half to play And Carson-Newman's home opener leading 2-1 in what is the first all-time meeting between these two programs. Right now it's Simon Duffy's team with the slight edge as we head down the stretch. Nielsen to Frick. Good ball. Right to the feet of Arnadottir. To Teskey. Into the middle for Kim. Kim weighs her options. Goes near side for Fields. Give and go. Too much on it. Fields kept it in. But the Bulldogs end up with possession and clear toward midfield. Teskey to Frick. Ball high into the air just outside the box. It's Frick after it in the corner. Cross sent in. Deflected. Kim, couple of touches, too heavy on the second one. And it ends up across the end line for a Union goal kick. Good ball from Frick. That second chance for Kim. She was in the right spot, but that second touch was what did her in there from getting around the corner and taking aim at the goal. Ball high into the air. Garber heads it up into the air. Fields. Woolridge scored 6 times last year. She has the ball. Sends it forward. Cross sent in. Nobody there. Kabachi will scoop it up with nobody in the area. That was Sophie Walsh who sent the cross in. It was a good area to send it into, but there was no black jerseys in the area to make that worth anything. Good boot from Kabachi. It bounces twice in Union's defensive half. Kim backtracking, dribbling around in her defensive half to Garber. Garber, nearly a giveaway. Woolridge jumped the passing lane and nearly took it the other direction, but lost it out of bounds. Irish Miles back in to replace Savannah Fields. Woolridge will exit, and Shane will check in. Corbett. Good ball. Arnadottir, the junior forward, running onto it. 2 players hit the deck. No whistle. Teskey crosses it in. Too much on it. $13:52 and counting. Union got within 1 early in half number 2, but the chances really for both sides have been minimal. In this second half, the defenses have held strong throughout most of this second half. As Carson-Newman tries to hold on to this 1-goal advantage. Arnadottir working hard. Lost possession. It was cleared back toward midfield, and a shove by Palsdottir and a foul on CN. Both sides total have combined for just 5 shots after halftime. They're combining for 12 in half number 1. Still 13 minutes to play, but definitely a low number. Nielsen far side. Ava Rose, the freshman, is dribbling along the far side. Stops, sends it back toward the middle. Nielsen a touch. She scored once. Can't get around the defending that time of Brooke Ricka to end that threat for the moment being. Miles sends it in. Arnadottir flicks it over the keeper. Tracks it down again and scores. The hustle and the goal for Arnadottir. It's 3-1 CN. Miles knocked it in, her second assist, but it's Arnadottir with the extra effort to make it 3-1 with 12:20 to play. Perfect ball from Miles. Arnadottir flicked it over the keeper, stumbling, tracked it down, and knocked it in for her first career goal. It's 3-1. Big-time insurance goal here in the 78th minute for CN after conceding earlier this half. Cross, Kabachi dives with a player leaping over top of her to make the save and not allow that cross to be a threat with Shane in the area for Union. 3 different goal scorers now for Carson-Newman here in the home opener. Nielsen, Pettit, Arnadottir all in the action here in Game 1 at McCowan Field. Arnadottir tackled that time by Brooke Ricka, who knocks it out with 11.5 to go. Long throw into the corner. Arnadottir back to work. She has been very busy and active up front in this second half. Gets it back on the return from Teskey. Cross takes a deflection. Nielsen from distance has it deflected. Kim, top of the box, around one, shoots high. More threatening opportunities from CN. Come up empty that time as Union keeps the Eagles off the board and now makes 2 changes. Luthia Revuelto into the game along with Arena Arias. Nielsen won the header and a foul. Simon Duffy not happy at all, and we'll stop the clock with 10:19 to go, and I think Harold Billings might get his yellow card out. He's going to make the walk over to the near sideline. Simon Duffy was passionate that Nielsen made a clean header, maybe just an explanation for Carson-Newman's 8th-year head coach. No booking for the head coach, but a strong explanation from Billings. Oh, that's a clean header for sure. No shove at all from Nielsen, who was battling with Green, who just jumped into the air and fell down, and Nielsen was well above Green's jump to win the header. Nielsen wins another ball, but turns it over. A takeaway for Arias. Near side, cross, Kabachi dives. Excellent job that time with Shane sprinting in. She would have been there if Kabachi didn't dive out to make the stop on the cross. And the sophomore keeper punts it toward midfield. 10 minutes to play in the home opener. It's Carson-Newman 3 and Union 1 as Nielsen's knocked down by Green in a foul. Miles, well done. Junior tries to knock it in, but it's deflected out. And with 9:20 and counting, Carson-Newman will line up its second corner kick of the year, but more subs set to check in. Molly Buckowitz, Selena Yude return for Carson-Newman. Arnadottir and Nielsen will exit, while Union brings Bethany Guinness back into the game. Teskey also checks out. Clock will stop as well when the home team, or rather when the leading team takes the lead and makes subs down the stretch in the final 10 minutes. The clock will stop. The losing team subs. The losing team makes subs. The clock continues to run, so we'll add 10 seconds there. That rolled off as CN was making substitutions. Frick will line up this corner kick. Kim is there as a short option. There is a defender in the area. Eagles go short with it. Kim to Yude. Back to Frick. Frick into the box. It gets all the way through. Buckowitz was right in the center of the 6-yard box, but could not get toe to ball. This is Jocelyn Green near side for Union. Corbett dribbling and sends it back forward to the feet of Tessa Erzin. Good execution here. Green playing it forward, and Kabachi is going to come up and make the stop with Arias sprinting forward. Punt from Kabachi, deflects off a Bulldog defender and rolls all the way toward the top of the box where it's scooped up by Union's keeper, Kirsten Lavallee, who's surrendered 3 and has saved 3 in her second game of the year. Ava Rose manning that left back position. Gets it back on the return from Palsdottir. Around one defender. Lost it, now booted toward Garber. Corbett was the one to touch it. Bulldogs send one in. Nobody's defending the back post, but the cross is too far. Out of the reach of Claire Maxson, who was the only player there on that ball in. Carson-Newman has another substitution, or another 2 substitutions set to check back in, so the clock will stop. It's actually going to be a trio of subs. Fenn, Pettit, Fields all return for the final 7:20. Rose, Kim, and Corbett out. Ball out of bounds along the far side. Garber. Pettit high into the air. This is going to end up into the bleachers, second row. 7 minutes to play. Josh Alford pleading to his team to keep going down the stretch. Got within a goal early in the half, but now down 2 late in this match. Quality header from Buckowitz as CN moves the right way. Nielsen turns, gives it back to the grad student. Nielsen, bad ball, turnover, takeaway. It's Revuelto, but Fenn read the pass to come up with a turnover. Back far side, Pettit. Pettit into space, Yude too much on it though. Clever work, running onto it in the far corner. It's Rebecca Jackson. She scored earlier this half, back to work now. Trying to cross it in, booted it right off Palsdottir. And out of bounds. Throw in for the Bulldogs. 6 minutes to play. Jackson, high lift into the box. Headed once by Fenn, and Miles will send it away toward the sideline. Union will throw it in. They go quick. Green Right to Garber, who just deposits it back toward midfield. Eagles content right now with just keeping the ball away from Union's attacking third. Rickett and Bukowitz battling on the grass. Union wins the free kick. Hooking ball near side came up on Shane, and Fend clears it with her right foot. CN has outshot Union in this second half, 6-2. Limited opportunities for both sides, but the Eagles certainly have had the greater of opportunities. Cross sent in, Kabachi out to pick it up. So we dip under 5 minutes to play in this one in a 3-1 game. Both squads have scored once at half number 2. Arna Donner, the most recent one in the 78th minute, her first career goal to give CN some insurance here in half number 2. Ground pass to the center circle. It's one of the captain's fields. Plays it back for Kabachi. Frick turns near side, or far side for Pettit. Pettit to Selena Yude, trying to track it down. Yude does. Might hold it in that far corner, and does. All knocked out of bounds for a throw. Pettit taking her time. Throws it in. It goes out of bounds. Is it a corner? It is. CN wins its third corner. This one will come from the far side with 3.5 to play, and the clock will stop as CN makes another change. Malia Kim back in. And Selena Yude will exit probably for the rest of this one. Annika Fenn will head to the far corner to take the corner kick. See if the Eagles can tack one on late here and cap what has been an impressive performance in the home opener. Fend hooks it in. Did it go in? It did! An excellent finish from Fend. It was never touched. And CN leads 4-1. Second career goal for Annika Fend. Superb work on the corner. Nobody touched it. One of the Union defenders thought that the keeper, Kirsten Lavalley, was going to come catch it. She didn't. She watched it hook right around her near side for Fenn's second career goal. Fourth for CN. And now the Bulldogs make a change in goal. Union back to work quickly. Ball into the box. It's loose. And Fend sends it back forward. Eva Isom is now the goalkeeper for Union for the final 3 minutes. Impressive performance from Carson-Newman, now adding 2 goals here in the final 13 minutes to create separation. Eagles on their way to a third straight home opening win. Official asks for the time to stop with 2:51 to go. Talking to Luthia Revuelto, as Kabachi will have to backtrack before this ball gets put back in play. 4 goals, 4 different goal scorers. Balanced effort. Irish Miles has 2 assists in this game. Union wins the free kick. Back into the middle, a touch. In the middle for Arias. Trying to find Shane, but it's Miles knocking it across the sideline. Was it deflected? It was. It'll be Carson-Newman's throw-in. Barring a miracle, it's going to be win number 43 for Carson-Newman under Simon Duffy here at home. What is the first of 8 home games this season? 4 in September and 4 in October. Eagles will play twice in November, but they're both road games in conference play against Anderson and Tusculum. Long throw from Pettit over several players' heads and eventually finds Nielsen. Kim sprinting forward. Nobody else there to help her out. It ends up with Erzin. Shane tried to send a through ball in. Garber cut it off. And Frick into space for Pettit. Final 90 seconds here at McCowan Field. Buckowitz has room in the far corner. She's going to dribble to the corner, keep it as far away from Union's goal as possible. The Bulldogs knock it off Buckowitz. It'll be a throw for Union. Eagles win it back. Pettit. Headed by Fend. It'll be Carson-Newman's 66th win under Duffy when scoring 2 goals or more. 4 in this one. Back-to-back years, the Eagles have put up impressive performances in home openers in terms of scoring. Scored 5 times against North Greenville last year in the home opener. And unless they score in the next 20 seconds, they'll put up 4 this year. Last year it was 5 different goal scorers. This year it's 4, just as good for Simon Duffy's squad. Nielsen's just playing keep away. The defender can't get it. Ball goes out of bounds. It's a Carson-Newman throw. Final seconds roll off. And Carson-Newman has win number 1 in 2024. 4-1 the final. Eagles with 2 in the first half and 2 goals in the second half. 4 different players get involved in the action. Irish Miles had 2 assists. Carly Pettit, Krista Nielsen, Anita Arnadottir, and Annika Fend all score for CN in what is a 4-1 victory. The Eagles have won their home opener for the 3rd consecutive season. And they bounce back in a big way after falling in the season opener on Thursday, just 1 day off. And the squad went back to work to get in the win column for the first time in 2024. Final score is 4-1. Carson-Newman victorious for the first time this season. Scored twice in the first half. In the 25th minute, it was Carly Pettit on a beautiful cross in from Irish Miles. Then it was Krista Nielsen off a free kick taken by Elena Corbett to make it 2-0 at halftime. Union got within 1, though, early in half number 2. In the 47th minute, it was Luthia Revuelto that flicked one behind the Carson-Newman defense that found Rebecca Jackson. Jackson knocked it home. And Union had some life for most of this second half. And in the final 12 minutes, Anita Arnadottir scored her first career goal on assist from Irish Miles. And then Annika Fend in the 87th minute off a beautiful taken corner booted it in to make it 4-1 Carson-Newman. Eagles victorious for the first time in 2024 and are back in action on Wednesday against King. It's a 5 o'clock kick as CN continues on its 2024 season. For our director, Ian Johnson, replay operator, Jay West, and our entire crew, we thank you for joining us here on Flow Sports and the Eagles Sports Network. Carson-Newman volleyball is in action on Tuesday. And then the women's soccer team returns to action here at home on Wednesday against King. The volleyball match on Tuesday you can find here on Flow Sports and the Eagles Sports Network, matching up in a conference game against Lincoln Memorial. We'll talk to you Tuesday from Holt Fieldhouse. Final score in this one, it's Carson-Newman taking the first all-time meeting against Union by a final score of 4-1.